Kia ora koutou. How you going? I'm a bit tired, actually. It was a bit of a weekend because, all that rain. And our place got a tad on the flooded side, and we ended up buying a pump and spent a lot of time trying to avert catastrophe. Not entirely successfully, I have to say. Oh well, you get that. Anyway, here we are, and I've decided I might play you a bit of a James Blunt song because I just want to say how impressed I am with him. He's always been somebody with a great sense of humour, excellent wit, and whether or not you particularly like his music, some would say middle of the road, but he does it well. I just loved his response to what was the strategy at Parliament recently. And I have to say how pleased I am to live in a country where instead of attacking protesters with water cannons and tear bombs and all the rest of that sort of stuff, we play Barry Manilow tunes. A government with a sense of humour, good on you. And James Blunt says, well, if that doesn't work, give me a call. So Trevor Mallard played You're Beautiful. You're beautiful. Good on you. Because I have to say, I have to not say too much about what's going on, but really I want to encourage everybody to get vaccinated because the science tells you that's the right thing to do. If it is not 100% effective, if some things get through the net, well, it's still been a hell of a good strategy. I'm very, very pleased to have lived in a country that went go hard, go early, which bought us time before a vaccination was developed. Then the vaccine was there. We encouraged people to go out and get vaccinated, and consequently, a lot of people, most of us, are in a better position should we get the Omicron strain of the virus, because it is still possible, even with being vaccinated, to get it, but the chances are you'll get a very mild version of it. And, if we don't get vaccinated, then that just provides a body for the virus to mutate in. The more it mutates, the more different strains there are, the less effective the vaccinations are for everybody else. So keep that in mind when you talk about your freedoms, that you are denying others by not following the science. It's the right thing to do. I believe in protest. I protested myself against the Vietnam War back in the day, against apartheid in South Africa, against the Mururoa French nuclear testing, and against ships, nuclear-powered ships in our harbours. And I wouldn't claim to have been that politically savvy all the time. Sometimes I admit I might have just gone along with it because pretty much I thought it was the right thing. And looking back, I'm pleased I did, because those were things that I think you can say. What was happening with apartheid was not good. Worth protesting against. Even Nelson Mandela said that he's grateful to the protest movement in New Zealand for the difference it made in dismantling apartheid. Now we've got this other stuff happening, and I'm with Jacinda Ardern, who says that there's a proud history of protesting in the country, and she's all for it when it makes sense, but she doesn't think this is the same. Well, neither do I. Anyway, let's have a bit of James Blunt, shall we? This is a song called Wise Men, and I'm playing it for all the not-so-wise men and women out there.
said to me, go steady on me. Won't you tell me what the wise men said when they came down from heaven? Smoked 9 till 7, all the that they could find, but they couldn't escape from you, couldn't be free of you, and now they know there's no way out, and they're really sorry now for what they've done. There were 3 wise men just trying to have some fun. Look who's alone now, it's not me, it's not me. Those 3 wise men, they've got a semi by the sea. Gotta ask yourself the question, where are you now? Gotta ask yourself the question, where are you now? Really sorry now, they weren't to know they got caught up in your talent show with you panicked little in your fancy dress who just judge each other and try to impress, but they couldn't escape from you, couldn't be free of you, and now they know there's no way out, and they're really sorry now for what they've done. There were 3 wise men just trying to have some fun. Look who's alone now, it's not me, it's not me. Those 3 wise men, they've got a semi by the sea. Gotta ask yourself the question, where are you now? Gotta ask yourself the question, where are you now? Look who's alone now, it's not me, it's not me. Those 3 wise men, they've got a semi by the sea. Gotta ask yourself the question, where are you now? Gotta ask yourself the question, where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now? Gotta ask yourself the question, where are you now? Gotta ask yourself the question, where are you now?
So I might listen to a bit more James Blunt now. Will I be listening to any more Barry Manilow? Not sure. Although poor old Barry Manilow got such a hard rap, didn't he? Because, well, yeah, sure, easy listening music. But he did a lot of things as a musical arranger. He was Bette Midler's musical arranger. Did you know that? So some of her wild and wonderfully put together pieces were kind of wrangled by Barry Manilow. So good on you, Barry. All right. Right, we better tell you 1 or 2 things that are happening in the region. As you know, the farmers' markets are on. The Wairarapa Farmers Market out at the Solway Showgrounds is 9 o'clock on Saturday. Runs right throughout the morning. The farmers' market in Carterton is Sunday, 9 o'clock. The Greytown Country Market at Stellable Park is also Sunday at 10 o'clock. And hey, there's a thing called the Vagabond Veggie Market Stall in the Greytown Town Square on Sunday. This is every 3rd Sunday of the month in the summer season. Can you remember that? Every 3rd Sunday of the month in the summer season, the Vagabond Veggie Market Stall is on in the Greytown Town Square, 89 Main Street, Greytown, on Sunday from 9 till 12. Weekly fresh veggies and stuff, so that's great. It's in front of Mrs. Blackwell's Village Bookshop. You know the place? Yes. Now, want to tell you about the men's group, who are the Wairarapa men's group. They're having an indoor meeting at the Carterton Community Courthouse. This is something they do on a regular basis. So on Friday the 18th of February, that's today, this program gets repeated on Saturday, so if you're listening then you've missed it. But anyway, Friday 7 till 9 at the Carterton Community Courthouse. It's an open and diverse group of sharing and mutual support. You can come and share or listen to the stories of other local men 17 plus who feel the need to connect with themselves and each other, presumably. So, and there's periods of silence too. You know, it's not a say something now kind of thing. So they meet every first and third Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. And they say, please come on time, because they lock the door from inside after a while to protect the group by stopping people bursting in the middle of somebody, you know, who's perhaps feeling a bit vulnerable and is sharing something. Right. No alcohol, no drugs, and come with a clear mind. So don't take your alcohol and drugs before you go in there. You want to be in a good, clear mental state and space. Now, a rail car trip through the gorge. Do you remember them? You used to be able to get on a rail car and go through the Manawatu Gorge. Well, it's starting again. It's back. Yeah. Going from the Woodville radio station, railway station. No point, you'll be at the radio station going, when is the train going to leave? Railway station in Woodville. Yep, the Woodville railway station is in Woodville. You heard it here. Saturday, 1:55 one train goes and 3:05 another one goes. So you get a railcar ride through the Manawatu Gorge from Woodville to Ashurst, and then you get to go back again, because, you know, you might need to go home. It's a fantastic journey and a chance to see the changes in the Manawatu Gorge, of course, because lots happening there. I think they're still working on a road highway through there on the opposite side, aren't they? Where the train goes. So I'm not quite sure where the train goes after that. So trips. So I mentioned, isn't that funny? At the start it says 1:55 and 3:05, but your journeys are 10, 11:10, 12:45 and 1:45. Okay. So get in touch with the Pahiatua Railcar Society. If you're in any doubt, there's a $2 booking fee applies to all bookings. Vaccine pass must be cited to board the train. I imagine the booking fee is on top of whatever it costs. There's no particular stuff about that. But anyway. Now, if you're thinking there have been so few musical and theatrical events because of COVID and things, well, you're right. But as far as we know, the Reckless, the Bryan Adams tribute show, is on at the Carterton Events Centre on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. till 10 p.m. It's so, you know, hearing the heart-rending passion of heaven and everything, and I do, to the raw, slicing depth of It's Only Love and Cuts Like a Knife. Reckless, this show will grab your heart and soul with this highly professional rendition of Bryan Adams' timeless hits. So Reckless, you've got Brody on vocals and rhythm guitar, Michael on lead guitar and backing vocals, Peter on bass guitar backing vocals, Hayden on drums, and Steve on keyboards. You know them, don't you? Reckless, the Bryan Adams tribute show, Carterton Events Centre, Carterton, obviously, 7:30 on Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Because, you know, it's a night sort of thing. Hey, I want to tell you about a show that's been cancelled. So it would have been at the Carterton Events Centre. It's Where Our Shadows Meet. If you were hoping to go to that, it is cancelled. And that sounded like such a good thing. It's an intergenerational story about love, loss and language, told with physical storytelling, live instrumental music, New Zealand Sign Language and spoken English. So it's performed by a deaf and hearing cast and designed to be accessible for deaf and hearing audiences. Now, what a great thing. I hope they bring it back, but it's been cancelled. All right, let's have a bit more music, shall we? I've got some Australian and New Zealand women who are reinterpreting the songs of Neil and Tim Finn. And I reckon we should listen to Holly Throsby singing Not the Girl You Think You Are.
Shoes under your bed. They'll take you places in his car that you won't forget. And all the people that you know will turn their heads as you go by. To recognize with the top down and the wind blowing, blowing. And he won't deceive you or tell you the truth, woman. He'll be no trouble. He won't write you letters full of excuses. Well, come on, believe the girl you think you are. There's someone standing in your place, and the bathroom mirror makes you look tall, but it's all in your head. It's all in your head. And he won't deceive you or tell you the truth. Well, come on, believe you have one in a million.
Holly Throsby, Not the Girl You Think You Are. All right, I got a few things that you probably know about happening at Aratoi, but I'll just mention them again because I have on other weeks. That the Wairarapa Art Review is still on. The Con Art Gallery and Studios Artist Showcase #1 is still on. Actually, they sent me a thing. They'll be changing some exhibitions soon, and with an autumn theme. Yes, I know, it's nearly autumn. So their major exhibition, Toi Tu Te Whenua, The Land Will Always Remain, of course, is still on. They are going to have William's Legacy, the Beetham Portraits. Stephen Carr's exhibition, Making Space, is still there. It's been extended until 6th of March. A bunch of things. Williams, well, I mentioned that. I'm just trying to find the things I haven't mentioned. Yeah. Okay, now what I should tell you also is that Aratoi will be presenting their own program before too long about things that's happening right throughout the art world, and I can't wait for that. That'll be great. Now, just before I go, I got through a government advisory this morning. It's one of those things, it was embargoed until 9 a.m, so not too far after that now. I can tell you that the government has provided funding to give stability for whānau self-isolating. So what that means is that there will be 197 extra community connectors to help whānau in need who are isolated and isolating, because of COVID, to access support. And there'll be extra support provided for food banks to assist those most in need. Now, I know it always seems like there's not enough being done, but when you consider how massive this pandemic has been, how much aid and relief has been granted to needy people, and there will always be some that are not getting enough, and I urge the government to do as much as they can. But I'm very, very impressed with how much they are trying to do to just keep people's lives going until we see this thing pass away. I hope it will soon. Anyway, we're doing pretty well, even though we're up past 1,000 cases a day at the moment. That was always predicted, and what's more, it was predicted to hit that mark somewhat earlier than it did. So again, the go hard, go fast thing has been working for us. Please, everybody, get vaccinated. Now children over the age of 5 can get vaccinated. I wait with eagerness to find out when even younger kids can get vaccinated, because I want everybody to be safe. Please be safe, everybody. Remember, you're doing it not just for yourself, but for the whole community. Good on you. All right, see you around.